Welcome everybody and a happy Halloween. So to celebrate this Halloween season, we've got a new release from 101, 101 Film to be precise, and that is Ghostwatch. And now this is a television pseudo documentary slash reality horror effort. We kind of call it a television film in some regards, I guess, because it does clock in at 91 minutes long, so it's a feature length kind of film length. And yeah, this originally aired on the 31st of October in 1992, so it's celebrating its 30th anniversary today. And yeah, this is something that's really rather fascinated me in a lot of ways, and it's a really rather solid piece of TV history, which we'll get to in a minute. So yeah, this stars Michael Parkinson, Sarah Green, and Craig Charles, who before this were well known for various things. Michael Parkinson was a TV talk show host for a few years. His talk show host would eventually return later on in the 90s. Sarah Green was on the likes of Blue Peter for a few years, and Craig Charles before this was starring in Red Dwarf, which started a few years prior, but obviously would go on to star in the likes of Robot Wars, which he presented, which excellent TV series by the way. But yeah, this was for Halloween 1992. The BBC decides to broadcast an investigation into the supernatural, hosted by TV chat show legend Michael Parkinson, assisted by Mike Smith, Sarah Green, and Craig Charles, and a camera crew who attempt to discover the truth behind the most haunted house in Britain. This groundbreaking live television experiment does not go as planned, however. Ooh. So, yeah, this caused quite a bit of furore in the day, because even though it was labelled as a drama, it was, part of the drama series that BBC were doing at the time. And obviously, it was recorded weeks in advance, well before Halloween. A lot of people didn't quite catch the bit at the beginning where it said it was a drama and it was labelled a drama and all that lot. So it resulted in an estimated 1 million phone calls into BBC switchboard, which, yeah, was not just all complaints, granted. A lot of it was compliments in terms of how it was done, how it's presented, because it is presented and done in an extremely effective and well done way. But a lot of people were complaining. I think there were at least properly angry 34,000 people, including, in fact, Michael Parkinson's own mother, because he meet a really rather happy ending at the end of this. So, yeah, so a lot of people complain, and you can compare this to America with Orson Welles' radio adaptation of War of the Worlds in terms of the kind of controversy it was eliciting at the time. And yeah, the newspapers railed against this the day after it aired, and caused a whole load of controversy. But it is a really rather excellent effort, and yeah, it's directed by Leslie Manning, who only really known for TV stuff, but she does a really, I think it's she does a really rather good job in terms of directing this. And yeah, this you have to remember, this is before the Blair Witch Project. It's before Paranormal Activity. It's definitely one of the films that laid the groundwork for found footage kind of films. Obviously, it's not technically found footage because it is presented as a live broadcast, but still, really well done. And 101 Films has done an excellent job with this release. It's easily the nicest limited edition release they've done so far, because it's got a really rather nice box going for it, really nice artwork, which is, yeah, really rather quite ominous. Kind of reminds me of you know the old TV effect that you'd get in terms of the static and stuff like that, which is really well done in terms of the colour and the shine that it's got going on for it. So excellent in that regard, and even more excellent is all the extras you get with it. So yeah, the standard disc there is decent enough, nothing special or spectacular or anything like that. And yeah, single disc, which is what I imagine this will be like in its standard edition version. So you probably will just get that. But the other extras you get are really rather nice. You get a bunch of art cards with the people that have worked on the effort itself. So there's Craig Charles. There is Mike Smith. There is Michael Parkinson. Not sure who this person is. I think she was one of the psychics or people that were working in the studio at the time. Then you've got the ghost itself, or more known as Pipes, which is what he's called in the film, and then Sarah Green. So yeah, I really rather like those. I like the fact that they've also included pipes on the actual rundown of the people involved as well, as you can see. Pipes. So yeah, that's really nicely done. And then you get a nice booklet as well, which is called Extrasensory Perception Management by Sarah Appleton. And yeah, you've also got the short story that the writer of this, Stephen Volk, did after the fact, which is called 3110, 31st of October. And yeah, there's three of the people involved. So Michael Parkinson in the middle, then Mike Smith, and then Sarah Green. And yeah, really rather nicely done booklet as well, to be honest. You've also got Ghostwatch As It Happened by Tim Murray Investigates. So yeah, it's all nicely done, really rather effective. You've got parts of the film there as well. Now, unfortunately, I wasn't old enough when this came out to see it originally. So yeah, I was only 3 months old to the date, in fact. So yeah, I couldn't actually obviously see it, and if I did, I wouldn't have remembered it. And I doubt my parents would have allowed me to watch such a film, because yeah, even though it wasn't billed as scary at the start, it obviously did end up eliciting quite a lot of scares. And you also get a really nice full script with annotations of the whole film itself, where you can see that things have been edited out, or you know, rewritten, or even slightly storyboarded. Yeah, you can see the storyboard drawings there of, you know, where people are going to be standing and the like, so you can get a good match for the camera. And yeah, that is really rather nicely done. It's all got highlighting parts on it as well, which just shows that, yeah, they were really rather invested in making sure that this was as effective as possible. So yeah, that is really nice. Be interesting to go along with this while watching it to see what was removed or changed around or anything like that. So yeah, another solid addition to the release there. And you also get extras on the disc. So yeah, there was an actual documentary called Ghostwatch Behind the Curtains, which was a retrospective documentary released in 2013, clocking in at 90 minutes long. Now, this does not have that. What this does have is Do You Believe in Ghosts, a brand new 30th anniversary documentary. Now, I would have liked the older one to be included in this, but that might well be easily available. So yeah, who knows? But yeah, you also get a commentary with writer Stephen Volk, producer Ruth Bargwanton, and director Leslie Manning. And you also get Shooting Reality by Leslie Manning on this disc as well. So yeah, really stellar release, to be honest. It's a fantastic effort. Really do highly recommend trying to find it if you can. It might well be on YouTube already. I know 101 Films released a DVD of this a while back as well. So yeah, but it is nice to finally get it on Blu-ray. And yeah, as a piece of TV history, it is really rather essential viewing, especially at this time of the year. And yeah, it's the kind of thing that would not happen today, obviously, because social media would immediately start questioning whether it would be real or not like that. But back in 1992, didn't have any of that, so no one was able to question it at the time, especially if you came into it 20 minutes or 10 minutes into showing it or whatever like that, because you wouldn't have seen the bit at the beginning that says this is a dramatization. You wouldn't have kind of twigged that at that beginning that it wouldn't be real. But like with the War of the Worlds radio broadcast in the 30s that Orson Welles did, a lot of people also didn't hear the beginning of that, where it was quite clearly labelled as a dramatization. So yeah, really fantastic, and I'm really glad that 101 Films has given this a release. And like I said, it's easily their nicest release that they've done in terms of limited edition versions that they've released as well. So yeah, even though it's not my favourite film that they've released, it's definitely the one, yeah, limited edition that I can appreciate. So get it if you have seen it, because I'm sure you'll enjoy it again. But if you're interested in TV history or just general kind of horror films, especially ones that are more of a pseudo reality kind of thing, then yeah, do highly recommend this. But yeah, nonetheless, thanks for watching. I hope you're having a happy Halloween, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.